Hello, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and others in chat. Welcome to another drawing stream. It's day 23 of Inktober, and today's subject is Firefly. And I suppose we just get right into it. We'll just start painting in the big shapes as we always do, and we'll sculpt it. I'm kinda curious to try and do black background. Since the background is, since the leaf, or not leaf, is that leaf or is it? No, that's not leaf, that's grass. That is hanging on to is brighter than the background. But then of course you would lose. Let's do some experiments, Jen. Let's just experiment. I think it's something. I mean, yeah, that works. Ooh, baby, that works. That works a lot. That's pretty. That's pretty darn close, chat. Close. But it needs to be lower, not higher, as is tradition. Is it really that dramatic? Kinda, almost, but then it's sort of just kinda like that. So yeah, what have I been up to, chat? Not that much. I've been trying, I've been dabbling into front-end development, right? Trying to make my website and stuff like that. And while I'm kind of going through oh yeah, this is how you add color to your text, and this is how you format the text, and very rudimentary HTML stuff, and that's fun. But then once I kind of go all right, yeah, well, I also need to learn do a project. It's this project learning thing. Yeah, I need to get onto that project thing. Start working on that. The funny thing, the funny thing is, of course, I can't. It's like I'm trying to figure out how to hold latch on to mom and dad's coffee table for support, and then, or I suppose rather, doing the tutorials, doing the basic exercise, and having a very basic text editor, and just typing in HTML and opening that HTML file in a browser and go like, oh no, look at that, the text turned blue or whatever. That's like kindergarten stuff, kiddie pool, like the shallow kiddie pool. Then comes the project, which is, I'm pretty sure, like, it's very, very basic, assuming that you know what the heck you're doing. But I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I haven't done this before, so it's like, oh, this is a shallow kiddie pool, like those tiny little bathtubs that you have for babies, for infants. I kind of like, no, it's like borderline. It's very different, you know. It's borderline impossible for the baby to hurt themselves or drown themselves because the water is so shallow and all of that stuff. But, and of course, mom or dad is right there with them and keeping an eye on stuff. And then you come and go like, all right, let's take a crack at the project. And the project is just like, no, here's a great white shark, go wrestle with it. And I'm like, god damn, that escalated quickly. Like, can we somehow get a well, that's the head of the beetle. Something like that. I would, yeah. Apparently, I guess we're doing this, chat. We're doing this now, chat. I mean, there isn't really that many, like, correct isn't necessarily that many correct answers when it comes to Inktober. Saw another one on Mastodon, was like, it was the same prompt, Firefly, but it was a very different Firefly. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, I could probably shrink you down, trim you down. Yeah, there we go. And if we kind of go like that, and then is that the right angle? I think that's a pretty good angle. Yeah, it just needs to be a bit chunkier. Yeah, so you get that negative space triangle thing there. All right, cough still haven't sorted itself out. Mm. And the weird thing is, like, I turned on the dehumidifier, and it's been since this morning, and it's been just been churning out. So, could be the season also, chat, or just me need to train my yapping muscles. Yeah. And of course it goes down like that. Use the head as an anchor point. Right. Something like that. It needs to be. Clean that up a little bit. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do a bunch of small black shapes inside of the sucker. Hey. I found I solved a bit of a mystery, chat. I had a alarm issue. An alarm would go off at midnight, and my phone's been acting up for a while. So I thought it was a bug in my phone. It was really annoying because I was like, what the heck? Why does my alarm go off several hours? Why does an alarm go off several hours before I'm supposed to go to work? And the answer is like, well, yeah, the answer is like, duh, fairly obvious. You're supposed to just I completely lost my train of thought. I have a long way to go because, like, my brain cell is going like, how am I trying to solve this problem, this drawing problem challenge thing, and yeah, so two thoughts in the head at the same time. But anyway, that's hard, but we'll get there. It's just me being silly. I have no idea how Ina does it. But then the yeah, that was really way off. The solution, chat, was basically I have an alarm clock at my desk, at my nightstand, and it was that, which probably went from when I was dusting my bedroom, because, you know, basic hygiene and all that jazz. I probably turned on the alarm by accident. Of course, when an unexpected alarm goes off at midnight, you're not exactly in a troubleshooting mood. And it was like because, oh yeah, it's probably it's probably the alarm clock on my bedside table. It's like no, I wasn't thinking about that at all. That's not where my that's not where my brain was at. I was going, I'm gonna sleep, go away, stop bugging me. It's not exactly in a troubleshooting mind. But oh well. So yeah. Yeah, just get rid of this. And build it up a little by little. Instead of just one. Like that. Yeah, and a little bit. Just needs to be thinner, but that's okay. We can thin it down. I don't think have I seen fireflies in real life? I seem to remember that I've seen them, but I honestly can't remember. Okay, so that's a pretty decent silhouette, Chad, if I may say so myself. It's a bit rough around the edges, but all of our Inktober sketches has been rough. So, yeah, don't feel so bad about it. Okay. So then the question is, detailing this little sucker. How are we gonna go about that? I suppose we could probably start by, I don't know. Separating it from and I did some tests before stream started about the about chat and how that looks. I don't know if it's because like, oh yeah, I'm not the proper I'm not the proper, like I'm the stream owner and whatnot, therefore the things that I type in chat, it's gonna look different as opposed to what ordinary audience members will type in, basically. we're kind of getting into lines territory here. I don't know how much of that we want, but okay, so this line kind of continues and blocks in the head, roughly speaking, like that. Yeah, I do like it when stuff like this come together. And this track actually sounds like a bug. The buzzing of a bug buzzing. And then there's this like little. It kind of takes me back to Drawbox days because they were all about them bugs, at least for a while. You'd go like, oh yeah, I gotta draw. You gotta draw spiders and ants and stuff. I'm like, no, I don't think I will. And here I am. Anyway, something like that. We have, obviously, just to better separate this fella. That could work. Actually, that works very surprisingly well. Interesting. Yeah, like the lines are wobbly and messy, and I get that. I get that, chat. I get that. Don't you worry. I'm painfully aware of that. Okay. So don't worry about that, chat. I suppose the trick is to go like, just don't care. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a little bit too. There needs to be a little bit more turn to it. There we go. Something like that. I don't know. All right. And then he has like this little. How the heck are we supposed to put that in? Okay. Oh, it's. That. The whole head is off. It's messing up with my... His whole, like, helmet here, or whatever you want to call it, is off. Or it's... Is it just that outer edge? No, that outer edge fits, but it needs to be... much... short or something like that, and then right, something like that, and then we have the triangle. Yeah. Oop. That makes sense. And we'll just erase out the exterior lines like that, and then center line. Of course, when I put it on a separate layer, then I absolutely freaking nail it. But oh well, now I don't have to worry too much about there we go. Look at that. It's not super clean. But who cares? Oh, right. This has kind of like a little thing that sticks out of his butt. Like that. Yeah, there you go. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah. I'm kind of curious if I'm just gonna make my own, change the whole overlay and setup thing, different fonts and whatnot. Needs to be shorter. It's still a bit rounded, not so squarish. And I suppose I could just do like this. And then just quick and easy. It just needs to look good at a distance, chat. Oop. It doesn't have to be. You'd be surprised, but like if you really zoom in, even at like that League of Legends splash art kind of thing, if you really zoom in, you're like, ah, I don't know. It's a bit rough around the edges here and there. So, obviously. But it looks absolutely killer in Oh, here we are. This is. How does that one work? There we go. No. Don't drop the frames. You'd think that my internet would be better now because everybody else is at work. But all my neighbors are at work, or they should be. I guess this. I guess there's a. Yeah, the head is like it does look off, but at the same time, it's not. It's not off. Does that make it better? I wonder how. I wonder why. To better describe, give it some much needed three-dimensionality. Yeah. And then we can just so these beautiful shapes that I've made do not simply disappear. Now we're just essentially just chasing pixels territory. And which is fine, I suppose, to an extent, as long as it doesn't, you know. I suppose. Why? Yeah, right. It's just like there's a small, tiny little. Yeah, why not? Gotta save. Gotta remember to save chat. Hmm. Maybe I can do. That's pretty close, chat. Oh, ho, ho, look at that. Transformation pool for the win. But like, that helmet is still not. Oh, nope. Is it or is it not? Like, what the heck, dude? Alright, that bugging me so much that I'm turning into Ina my Inanis, making puns left, right, and center. Although her puns are many times better than mine. That's okay, chat. That's okay. That's okay, chat. That's a-okay. Alright. Okay. So now we just need to make this sucker a bit thinner. Ooh, yeah, we'll redo that. And maybe also showing a change in planes here. Wow, that's actually pretty much right on the money. If you look at that. I suppose I could have used it. You stay. Thinner line. I'm not sure how would that work, like, because it's on. Probably be something like that. Oh. All right, to separate one from. Oh, which this one is in front. How does that work? Is there any twisting action to that? There is some twisting action to that one, but I'm not sure if I would even bother with it. Ah, no. The frame drops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, all in all, kind of happy how this one turned out. Not gonna lie. Okay, I'm probably should separate this. This one from this one. Like that. Yeah. This looks pretty good. Pretty good, chat. Pretty good. We get that little kickoff to complete something. And obviously it doesn't have to be a masterpiece. But yeah, the boredom of these sort of black and white studies are starting to kick in. For real, for real, for real. So yeah. It's been fun and challenging, but overall I'm gonna be glad when it's over. Really. So tomorrow there's only 1 week left. 7 more to go after this one, which is gonna be nice. I can probably start doing some more stuff that I actually want to do. This is more like, oh, it's a fun little challenge. Hey, 23. And where is that text? Insect. And we'll post that. And we'll post that. And there you go. Right, so I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Right? Until then, keep drawing, keep having fun, and I'll see you soon. Right? Bye-bye.